What's up guys, I'm Mackenzie and welcome to a brand new concept idea I have for FIFA 18 career mode. I have been working on this for literally weeks. Since like the first week of this game coming out, I've been going at this for a long time. It's taken me a very long time to put all together. So I do hope you guys love the videos coming up very soon. So please do show support, show support, like and subscribe, couldn't invite videos down below, whatever. Go check them out other videos. But today, we're hitting up the international career mode again. Now, this is something I touched on in FIFA 17. It was a bit of a tester. I was like, yo, I want to see where this can go. I want to see if this is going to be any good, and I want to see the reaction from other people. The reaction was amazing. So thank you for anyone who watched my FIFA 17 international career mode. As some of you might be here from that career mode, so welcome back. But now, in that one, I went a little in depth. I think I did about 20 teams. It was like the Premier League I did, and that was exciting. But you know what? I've gone a bit more in depth this time around. I'm not doing 20 teams or 22 teams in my career mode with this. I'm doing like 84, which when you understand how I've done this, that's a ridiculous amount, and I regret doing that many. But hopefully you guys are gonna love the series coming. So it's not gonna, it's gonna be worth it in the end. So pretty much, this is my international career mode for FIFA 18. The idea is that I have a club, and I've just chosen England because they have the most divisions in FIFA. What I've done is I've chosen a club. For example, Arsenal. Now, Arsenal, as we will see right now, are going to be Chile. So I've transferred as many players as I can, so there's 52 there. And so I've given pretty much Arsenal Chile's best players, so Sanchez, Vidal, and all that. It's just a whole bunch of the highest rated Chile players, as well as the highest potential at the nation. So players that aren't in the first team now, but have the potential to be in the first team later. So lots of very young players with lots of high potential. You get the idea. And I've done this for every single nation in the game that has enough players to make a team of 18. And I've also chosen a few nations as well that had like 15 players or something, and I've made a couple. I like used create a player to create the rest of the first team for that nation. Very tedious and frustrating, but that's how in detail we've gone. So there you can see that Arsenal were Chile, Bournemouth I think are Peru, so there you go. But yeah, the idea of this career mode is I'm going to have every single nation that I can in the English structure, and how they're going to be ranked is ranked on their FIFA World Ranking. So at the moment, Germany are first, so they're of course going to be in the Premier League. But what it's going to be is nations ranked 1 to 20 are in the Premier League. Teams ranked 21 to 45 are in the second division, next 24, so forth. There isn't 92 nations in the game that have enough players to make a full team, so we don't unfortunately have all 92 teams. But what I have done is, one, because the first career mode is going to be with England, what we're going to do, I've made a second England team basically, and because it just interests me, and I've also made one team full of a bunch of players that are really good but don't have a nation that can be used. For example, Aubameyang with Gabon. Gabon have like 3 or 4 players in FIFA, so I just put Aubameyang into this team. You'll see it later. We're going to run through them all in this video today, and the next video is going to be the England International Career Mode, with the World Cup being at the end of this year, at the end of the first season. It's really exciting. So my idea for this series is to pretty much pick a team. The first one is going to be England, like I just said, and when we use England, the idea is we got to win the World Cup. And if they're a big enough nation, say England, Germany, Spain, Italy, France, something like that, maybe we'll run to the Euros, or we'll also run to the next World Cup. Like, can we retain the World Cup? For a smaller nation, we might only do one international tournament. Of course, there's no African Cup of Nations, there's no Asian Cup. I think there might be the American Cup, there might not. The only certainty I know there is the European Championship. So for every European team we use, we'll play at least into the European Championships. So I'm going to choose the nation and play through. You'll get it. If you have any questions, comment down below. If you don't understand it fully, link down below to FIFA 17 International Career Mode. Hit me up in any socials. I'm active on Instagram and Twitter, so you can link down below, and Snapchat as well. Snapchat more so add me down there. So this is a really exciting concept for me. If you see any mishaps in the teams that I'm about to show you, if you see any problems, let me know. If you see anything that's a bit strange, let me know. If you think I should change anything or how I can improve the series, do let me know down below. Comment down as fast as you can. And catch up on the series as it's running along. Really appreciate it. I've spent maybe like 70 hours just preparing this. Now, the only nations I can use, so if we go across the international, are of course the teams that are actually in the game officially. So I could do really a career mode with all of these. Probably not, because it's not going to be the most exciting if we go randomly and we just like, hey, let's just do one with Norway. Not many people are interested. No offense to the Norwegians out there. But I do think doing a career mode, an international career mode with a team like, say, India could be really interesting, because that's going to be very hard to win the World Cup with, understandably. So we're going to have some challenges. We're going to have some really bad teams. Alternatively, we're going to have some really good teams. And we're going to run through them all. Some are going to be shorter than others. But without further ado, let's just look at the teams. Now, if you ever forget throughout any of the series, I'll leave down below, hopefully in the description if there's enough characters, every team. So, for example, Arsenal is Chelsea. Arsenal is Chelsea. What? Arsenal is Chile. Bournemouth, the Peru, etc. Then we got Brighton, who are Uruguay. I'll leave that all down below, but I'm just going to run through them all. I'm not going to go and show you each player because that's a bit tedious. I'm just going to show you the screen there. You can see the stars in the team, and that is as far as I will go. So we got Arsenal, they are Chile. Bournemouth are Peru. Brighton are Uruguay. Burnley are Ecuador. Chelsea are France. Crystal Palace are Costa Rica. Everton are Italy. I also want to point out the reasons why I've chosen certain teams to be that club. Italy, because they play in blue. Chelsea, France, because they play in blue. Uruguay, because they're blue and white like that. Or it's either the strip that they play in or the colors of their flag. And if they're not that, it's because I ran out of clubs that corresponded with that, if that makes sense. Anyway, Huddersfield are Honduras. Leicester City are England Team 2, so they're the second England team, and they will be thrown into League 2. Liverpool are Portugal. Manchester City are Argentina. Manchester United are Belgium. Newcastle United is no one. Southampton is Poland. Spurs are England, and they're the team we're going to be using the first time around. That's the one's going to be the most exciting for me because it's England, and they have a lot of potential in this game. Stoke City is Croatia. Swansea City is nothing. Watford is Germany. West Brom is Iceland. West Ham is nothing. Moving into the Championship, we got Aston Villa. They are Venezuela. Barnsley are Serbia. Birmingham City are Bosnia and Herzegovina. Bolton are Northern Ireland. Brentford are Paraguay. Bristol City are Austria. Burton Albion are Colombia. Cardiff City are Wales. Derby County are South Africa. Fulham are no one. Hull City are Albania. Ipswich is Israel. Leeds United are New Zealand. Middlesbrough are Spain. Millwall are Cyprus. Norwich are Brazil. Nottingham Forest are the Czech Republic. Preston are Slovakia. QPR are no one. Reading are no one. Sheffield United are Hungary. Sheffield Wednesday are Japan. Sunderland are Switzerland. Wolves are Holland. Wimbledon are Finland. Blackburn are Congo. Blackpool are Jamaica. Swansea are India. Bradford are Norway. Bristol City are no one. Bristol Rovers are no one. Bury are Algeria. Charlton are Montenegro. Doncaster are Canada. Fleetwood Town are Panama. Gillingham are DR Congo. MK Dons are Iran. Northampton are nothing. Oldham Athletic are Scotland. Oxford are Australia. Peterborough are nothing. Plymouth Argyle are Mexico. Portsmouth are nothing. Rochdale are nothing. Rotherham United are the USA. Scunthorpe United are China. Shrewsbury are Ukraine. Southend are nothing. Walsall are Armenia. Wigan Athletic are the Republic of Ireland. Accrington Stanley are Egypt. Barnet are Romania. Cambridge United are Saudi Arabia. Carlisle United are Haiti. Cheltenham Town are Guinea. Chesterfield are Mali. Colchester are Greece. Coventry are Slovenia. Crawley are the Korean Republic. Crewe Alexandra are Morocco. Exeter City are Ghana. Forest Green Rovers are Nigeria. Grimsby Town are Cameroon. Lincoln City are Russia. Luton Town are Ivory Coast. Mansfield Town are Sweden. Morecambe is Denmark. Newport County is the all-stars of players that don't really have nations. As we see, Aubameyang there, Z. Louise, Wanyama, Clavin, Denisov, so forth. Notts County is Bolivia. Port Vale are Tunisia. Stevenage are Bulgaria. Swindon are Turkey. Wickham are nothing. And Yeovil are Senegal. And that are all the teams in this career mode, and it took so bloody long to make them all. If you guys do want me to do an in-depth video on how I made all these teams, I can do that. It is going to be a really fun thing for me to personally do, but I wouldn't suggest other people making it. If you could share squads, this would be incredible to share, but doing it yourself, unless you've got a lot of free time in your hands, just play the game, because this took way too long to do. It is really interesting though, because of course I did it last year and I was really intrigued by it. We've got the top nations in the world. We've got Chile, we've got Uruguay, France, Italy, Portugal, Argentina, Belgium, etc., England, playing all in the same league, and they're playing every season, playing all the games against each other, so we get to see them. But not only that, there's promotion and relegation, so as teams get more potential, and so they're growing more, they'll get promoted, and they'll do better. And it's really interesting, because we're going to see this England team go from 4.5 to 5 stars. Of course, I do know the potentials of a lot of players, and we're going to just see a lot of promotions and relegations, which I think is really interesting. Another thing that I think is really interesting is, I will show this really quickly to you, is if we go to any place outside of England, if we just look at the entire French league, so let's just Ligue 1. The best player there is Trapp, who of course is German, but he's not good enough to be in the German team. But that is now the French team, the French league. The Bundesliga is very much the same. The only really good league remaining is probably the Spanish league. Here's a Serie A. Another team is a lot of the big clubs no longer have many players because they've all been transferred, because they're all internationals, obviously. Let's go to the Spanish league, and we'll see here. Yeah, no Madrid or Barcelona players apart from Cazorla there. And this kind of ruins every other club in the world, but we don't care about them, so it doesn't really matter. Of course, you see players like James Tompkins, Matthew Lowton playing at Atletico Madrid, and looking at Barcelona and Madrid's even funnier. But the reason that is because they can't drop below 18 players, so obviously I had to keep transferring them players, and these players weren't needed. Players like Santi Cazorla not into the Spain team, Paulinho not into the Brazilian team, so obviously they're just going to go here. And the teams are pretty poor. It's funny, some of the players you do see at Madrid, at Barcelona, Defoe, Jagielka, Ramiro Funes Mori, Nathan Dyer, Musa Sissoko. It's kind of interesting, and it's going to be interesting to see how these go, of course, with teams like Madrid, Barcelona, and stuff like that being 4 stars. Monaco with 3.5, Paris a 4, Bayern a 4, Dortmund a 3.5, Leipzig is 3.5, Leverkusen a 3. If we actually look at it, there's going to be teams in the Bundesliga too that are like as good as the champions of Germany, basically. It's really weird now. It's going to be interesting to look at the league table too. Inter 3.5, Juventus 4 stars, Lazio 3.5, Milan 3.5, Napoli 3.5, Roma 3. They're going to get left behind. Spain, let's look at Atletico, 4 stars. Barcelona 4.5. They retain their 4.5 star. They're actually still by far the best team in England, in Spain. Madrid a 4 star. So yeah, anyway, that's all irrelevant. I just thought it would be rather interesting to do this career mode, see a whole bunch of nations here. We see a lot of them are higher rated, and it's going to be really interesting to see them in a league structure. Of course, I'm going to be playing the international games that matter, international friendlies I won't worry about, because of course they're friendlies. I may play like 1 or 2 league games a season. So when I do my England career mode, I might play, say, against Germany or something, because that's a big game. But I might just do that just for a bit of fun, and then play the international games. Obviously play the tournament. That's what this is. We're playing international career mode. I don't feel like anyone's ever done an international career mode, because they're not interesting at all. But hopefully this will spike the interest in international football in FIFA 18, and hopefully you guys are going to enjoy it, with the England second team even getting 4 stars. But in the next episode, we're going to restructure. No, actually, I'm going to do that now. I'm going to restructure the whole league structure, so you guys will see exactly what I mean with this career mode. Now, there is, of course, one worry about this career mode, and that is that, these players aren't going to stay at the club. Everton might just sell Bonucci to bloody Madrid, and I'm expecting that. Wholeheartedly, I know that's a flaw, and I fully expect it. But unless Madrid are going to come and sign 20 players from Everton and ruin the entire Italian team, I'm not that worried. Because to be honest, the most I ever see sold by a club is around about 4 or 5 a window, which is still not enough to ruin this career mode. If they started selling 10 players a window, yeah, I'd be screwed. And not only that, most of the teams in this career mode cannot sign any players because they've got a full roster, so they're not going to get ruined by that. I'm just going to hope that not too many players get sold. But if they do get sold, oh well, we only care about the team we're using. Well, let's get into restructuring the entire league, and you guys will see exactly what I mean, and hopefully you guys are excited as I am. Okay guys, and here it is, the whole league structure set up, which will be taking place in every international career mode we do. We got Arsenal, of course, Chile, Northern Ireland, Peru, Uruguay, Colombia, Wales, France, Italy, Portugal, Argentina, Belgium, Spain, Brazil, Mexico, Slovakia, Poland, England, Croatia, Switzerland, and Germany in the top 20 in the world of nations that have enough players to be used. Followed up by the next 24, which is Egypt, and so forth. I can't remember all of them, but you get the idea. So they're now obviously all over the place. The clubs are all over the place, quite literally, but they are now in international order based on the FIFA rankings. So you get it, you gotta get this. If you don't understand, you can let me know. Link, comment down below. Just tell me. If you don't want to comment down below, you can hit me up on my socials. Follow me as well if you want. But yeah, you can see a lot of the clubs are now transferred. And as you can see, every single nation has now been placed, as well as all the clubs that don't actually have teams or a nation. And most of them are half-star, so I'm hoping they're kind of going to be the worst teams in the division. They are the lowest rated, other than bloody Armenia and India. But that is the career mode. If you do have any questions, if you are confused, you don't understand fully, do comment. I will answer. I'm more than happy to answer for you guys. If you don't get it, be sure to comment down below. But basically, this is an international career mode. We've got the best international teams in the world. We've got their best players. We've also got their future best players in the club. As many as we can fit. If there are any requests you have for this career mode, comment down below. If there's anything with the teams that you see wrong, do comment down below and they will be fixed for future episodes. If you have anything you want to say, then comment down below. A link down below to each team in their respective clubs and nations, whatever. If you want to request any nation for me to do this career mode with, comment down below. Right now, you can go do it. The ones I already know I'm definitely going to do are teams like England, France, Italy, Spain, Germany, Australia because I live in Australia, New Zealand because I'm from New Zealand, and India because that's going to be extremely challenging. From there on, it's up to you guys to choose what you want me to be done and anything I can improve to improve. This is really exciting for me, and I hope you're as excited as I am for the career mode. Come back very soon for the first episode. It's going to be England International Career Mode. We're going to run through these as well as we can. I've also got a Manchester City Career Mode. Check that out. Link down below. And I've got a Youth Academy career mode going now as well. So check that out as well. I really appreciate it. If you have any video ideas or suggestions, comment them down below. If you want to stay tuned for more football and YouTube and FIFA content in the future, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, video suggestions down below. I have 2 other channels. Check them out. Links down below. But this is the International Career Mode. I hope you enjoy the concept. Get behind it. Support it. Comment down below any help. Thank you guys so much for watching the first and inaugural video of this series for FIFA 18. I'm excited, you're excited, let's do it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you later.